Bregman Devers situation shakes out over the next couple of days.
Oh yeah,
and how that is dealt with by that organization when we are down there next week.
You guys could like make T-shirts, Team Bregman, Team Devers.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like when a celebrity couple breaks up.
Yeah.
Isn't it like Team Bregman? Because, like you said, Bregman's a Gold Glove winner.
Well, maybe that would send a quiet message.
We'll give you a shot, Devers. Like we're not gonna. Hey, he's gonna have to earn it, Bregman. That's the way the world of sports works.
But he basically was trying to say he's not going to DH. Like I don't think he has an option. Like
no,
I mean, short of not playing,
right, which he's not going to do.
I mean,
what's his leverage?
He doesn't have any.
I don't think he has any. Does he have any leverage?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, you just maybe other than the pissy face, what's he gonna do? Get up there and hit.
You know, when he was alluding to the fact that you can't trust the Red Sox, like he took them at their word and he can't trust them. Mm-hmm. It's not in writing that he is the third baseman of all time. It's just I'm guessing a handshake that he and Chaim Bloom had.
Yeah,
right?
like we don't plan on bringing in another third baseman. You're the guy, but I mean, obviously they probably didn't know in a couple of years they'd be going after Bregman, and so that's why that opportunity is opened up for another guy to play the position.
I mean, he's 28 years old. He's been in the majors for a long time now.
Right.
He's seen other guys' situations change. I don't understand why seems to be coming as a shock to him when he says, they told me something years ago when I signed my extension. Now that guy's not here anymore in Chaim Bloom, and my own manager who knows me well is saying Chaim Bloom's not here anymore, so it's not the same situation, and it just doesn't seem to compute for him.
And Mego, that's an excellent point, because his homeboy, one of his good friends who was to the left of him, Xander Bogaerts, went through with the same thing with Trevor Story.
Yeah.
When they brought Trevor Story in, it was like ultimately to be the replacement at shortstop for Xander, and maybe he was going to move to second base. There was that whole conversation. So, like, you've been in the league long enough to know, like, if they can get an upgrade and they can move you, then they're going to do that. And when I say move you to another position, not trade you or anything like that.
Texter on the Subaru of New England text line says you're all capped this morning. If Bill Belichick had told you that you needed to move from tight end and play a position that you didn't necessarily want to play, you'd be acting the same way.
No, I'd be playing that other position. Or
what if it was easier? An easier position.
Yeah.
Right,
Special teams.
Yeah,
receiver.
It wouldn't have mattered. But, in the world of sports, like especially baseball is a little unique, because in football, it's like, all right, we might have somebody that's better than you, so they're getting more playing time than you. So then it's like, all right, well, then cut me or trade me, send me someplace else so I can play. But in the world of baseball, you're still getting your at-bats. You're just not fielding. And if Bill says, hey, we're going to move you to another position, you see it all the time with Julian Edelman. You ain't going to play quarterback. You're going to have to play this. You're going to have to play that. You either do that or you get cut.
Yeah. This is Walter from Boston. Hello, Walter.
Yeah, it's just funny to me, because I heard them guys in the last few years saying how they just want to be better and all these things, and it's about team, right? And it's like, if this guy sees he's a pro, he knows that guy's better than him at defense. I know it's ego, but like what you said, you're still playing every day. Like, so to me, if Devers doesn't do this, it drops him way on my, Red Sox guy list, because this is supposed to be for the team. You want to win a chip. You don't want to suck in every, at third base.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen, I don't think he's going to have any say in the matter. The question becomes, is he a wine bag all season about it? Like,
real quick, another trade pick for the Pats is Kristen Kirk for a third round, one of them third round picks. He'll be great in Josh's system. Kristen Kirk from Jacksonville.
Yeah, I mean, they have got to find a legit free agent wide receiver.
Problem is, there's none out there.
If T. Higgins is not going to be it, well, then you got to shake somebody
like
loose somehow.
Mego said, you got to hit the trade market. That's going to be your biggest. That's going to be the most important thing for you, is what type of player you are in the trade market, because that's where you're probably going to get some of your best players. whether it's a wide receiver. We've talked about the edge rushing position, whether it's Myles Garrett or Michael Parsons. Like, your better players you're going to get from you being aggressive in the trade market. And it's really going to come down to Cora, right? It's whether or not Cora has the cojones to say, Devers, guess what? You're DHing. That's what's going to make the team better. Or does Cora go...
Well, no, I think he has the balls to do that.
So then it shouldn't even be a conversation.
Curtis, you don't question that when it comes to Alex Cora, do you?
No, not at all. I think that this
also,
is
Bregman's his guy.
Bregman's his guy,
yeah.
And I think that Devers reacted this way because this is his only way to fight against it. On the field, he's not in the same league defensively, and the fan base and the entire organization invested in him in over $300 million guaranteed dollars. You either want to win and be a part of the best team possible, or you want to be selfish, and being selfish is not sustainable. So all the Red Sox have to do is allow him to make these, frustrated public comments, and then just eventually it'll all settle, I believe.
No.
You got your big deal.
Right.
Like, you got paid.
Right.
So do what's best for the team when it comes to winning.
I will say Jen McCaffrey from The Athletic / New York Times yesterday, she was in on the conversations that Rafi was having through his interpreter. And she tweeted this. She said, asked if he'd wanted to be traded if the team decides Bregman is at third. Through his translator, Devers said, quote, "That's a tough answer to give. I haven't given it much thought. I've been here my entire career. I haven't asked myself that question. I'm open to listening."
What?
I'm not close to those conversations.
I don't understand why this is the hill that he wants to die on.
Yeah, because you're saying selfish, and
has he seen himself play third base?
Right. It's one thing to be selfish if you feel like you're the best player for the position, but you're being selfish over you're a below average fielder. Like, why? So what's the importance of you? Just the fact that you get to go on the field?
I guess it's a pride thing. Like, it's
gotta be. It's gotta be like a power
play. What's the pride
play.
thing? What I don't get, like, the pride thing is that he still gets every at bat. He's just sitting in the dugout when everybody else.
He doesn't
want to
be replaceable.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to publicly.
He has a massive contract. How is that not enough security?
It's not about security, though. It's not about security. It's that last offseason, this organization begged and pleaded, offered everything, said, "You're our future. You're our cornerstone player. Please sign this extension." And then a year later, he's being booted off third base, and he's reacting this way. That's why. I mean, it's just the organization did everything because they knew Devers had to stay. If they lost Bogarts and Devers, there would have been a revolt. So Devers is approaching this, saying, "Hey, guys, I signed here when nobody else would. You promised me these things, and all of a sudden I have to leave third base." I mean, I don't agree with him, but that's where he's coming from.